So here it is, guys. Kylian Mbappe is not doing good. Real Madrid and the Los Blancos fans will face the defeat against Dortmund in the Champions League. This is going to be my prediction.
What? Real Madrid, the Los Blancos, losing against Dortmund in the Champions League? It hasn't happened in the past 12 years. You black musk demon, get the hell out of my room. What are you doing in my stream? Barcelona's Javi has made the appearance for the La Blaugrana after 11 months and just before the Champions League. What a moment this will be for the Catalans. Definitely, they have rocked against Sevilla with a victory of 5 goals. Ahead of the Champions League clash between Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid, the Dortmund players have rejected the chance to get the training at the Los Blancos. And what a decision this is. And they have just rejected the training sessions to be held there. So what is in store for this match upcoming in the stream? Juventus fans were given a great talk where they have just announced that the Real Madrid wonderkid, the star Arda Güler, has been on their signing, and they have announced the signing of this kid, the starlet from Real Madrid. So Juventus fans must be having a good season. Thiago Motta, Premier League stars Cole Palmer and Mohamed Salah are boosting the stats of 5 goals and 5 assists in this season so far. And adding to the 3-star club of them is that of Barcelona's Rafinha, who also has 5 goals and 5 assists in this short span of this season. MLS has announced that the first time ever Lionel Messi is going to be live, and that too on TikTok this weekend. So Messi fans, go and just join the TikTok where the official channel of Messi, he will be live to meet with the fans this weekend. Cristiano Ronaldo's 907 plus goals are still going to continue this season, as well as in the clash of Al Nasser in the Saudi Pro League. He scored in the late penalties, and that was a dramatic one. At 39 years, CR7 with his Sioux celebration is just rocking this whole planet. Hello guys, welcome to another episode with FC RAMSAY, and the Champions League nights are to begin in just 24 hours. The new schedule and the new format. But is the UEFA Champions League new format working or not? Just have a little bit look at it. Yes, there are plenty of talking points in it, despite the losses of Bayern and Real Madrid. With the underdogs of this tournament, there are chances that this league is giving the opportunity to many clubs to outshine. But yes, this 36 club league format is definitely giving the boost to the top sides, as well as to the sides which are having their first appearances in the Champions League after many years. But yes, the top 8 teams in that round of competition will definitely advance to the next stage, while the rest 8 will be decided later after the January windows of the transfer. And yes, that will be decided by another pot draws. So actually, what is happening? See, it is just suiting teams like Aston Villa, where they have the probability to come to the old group stages at the number 3 and the number 4. But yes, if you are a Bayern Munich fan, then definitely you won't like it. And as well as if you are a Real Madrid or the Los Blancos lobby, then definitely it won't be too good for it. So there are lorries and loads of games, so it doesn't really make a difference. Each team playing 8 matches in this format to qualify for the next upcoming schedules. So it is the new format which is having so much talk in the town, and a lot of people are mooning about the old one. But yes, you have to adapt to the changes, and there are shocks and there are defeats as well. But yes, there are many more games to go. Only 2 matches of the UEFA Champions League have been played so far, and there are more 6 matches to be played. But yes, the lack of jeopardy is just encouraging the stars to get rested. Talking about the relaxation of the players, see, out of the 8 games, you definitely don't need to play your best players in all the matches, because there are many more benches which you are having in the reserve. And yes, some of the players who are doing well, that is the sole contribution from Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen. They have won the first 2 matches, and some sort of tactical gameplay with the young players in the squad is just giving the encouragement to add more young players in this squad. So yes, is the workload some sort of an issue for this new format? The television and broadcasting rights of different countries across the Champions League of this world have just noted that there are being coincidentally many injuries, but yes, the overall quality is also being compromised. So PSG manager Luis Enrique has a say about this, that the youthful team away to Arsenal were aware of this big picture, whereas the UEFA president Seferin has said that the team to participate in such a big tournament is a need of all the clubs, and yet focusing in this size from 32 to 36, two of the additional four places are now being awarded on the performance of countries club in Europe over the previous season. So yes, which two teams are going to get those two spots from the different European leagues will also be a question to look out for after this season of the Champions League. But that is a long time to go. The gap between the top and the bottom of the clubs is also bigger because the first side to score 9 goals in this Champions League is that of Bayern Munich. And yes, definitely to get a loss against Aston Villa, that is also Bayern Munich. So Bayern are in the news of this Champions League from the first game itself. And yes, talking about Real Madrid, they are also in the best of their tweeting news because the more important is that there are some kind of shock for them as well. But yes, Celtics 7-1 defeat and the win of their 5 goals is definitely also an ups and downs of this tournament. So talking about the upcoming fixtures, we will have a look on it. But yes, the match of this day will be that of Real Madrid facing Borussia Dortmund at the Los Blancos. And at Wembley in June this year, the second half surge from Los Blancos saw them secure their 15th Champions League win in the competition. But a surprise defeat last time out in this competition edition to Lille, where the Los Blancos were running on a 36-game unbeaten streak, was also a some boost for Dortmund this. But yes, the Dortmund manager has decided that they are not going to go for those training sessions before the match at Los Blancos, and they will have some sort of different playground for this aspect. So many things are cooking for Dortmund over here, but in details we will get back a little deep. But some of the other teams to watch is that of Arsenal also, because despite having the injuries of Bukayo Saka as well as Martin Odegaard, Arsenal are doing good in the Premier League despite getting down to 10 men for most of the two games in the Premier League. Against Shakhtar Donetsk, they really need to come up so good, and some of the injuries will be too crucial to watch. And some of the moments of Morgan Rogers from Aston Villa, he is not that household name yet, but his performances in this season are just hitting the watchers and the transfer windows also. But some side of potential upset is that from Club Brugge, because they are having that trip to San Siro, a chance to face that AC Milan team who under Paulo Fonseca doesn't have a good start to this season of the Champions League, and of their two games they have been officially been defeated. So much of the fascinating stats are also that of Monaco, who has beaten Red Star Belgrade, as well as that of Barcelona. But yes, facing the Red Star Belgrade, they will definitely have those equalizers from Shakhtar Donetsk's game, an unwanted record of conceding in 23 straight games. They just didn't let in a goal, while winners haven't kept a clean sheet since 2018. That is 16 games ago in the Champions League. So much of these stats were off about the Champions League, which is going to start this night. Some of the talk is that Real Madrid have won the most Champions League trophies ever, with 15 in their bag, and 9 of them coming in the UACL era since 1992. But yes, against their final at Wembley against Borussia Dortmund, they were looking lethal. But yes, despite the some side of tactical changes from Ancelotti, they will definitely look too good in this. And starting off their lineup, where Vinicius, Mbappe, and Rodrigo will be favored, whereas Bellingham, Chouameni, and Valverde will be in the midfields. But as the left back pairing of Mendy and Rudiger, Mendy is not looking that decent from the previous season as well. So a sort of a left back for the Los Blancos is much a need. So what is up to them in the transfer window of the January, the winters, will definitely have a look at it. But yes, the absence of Dani Carvajal from the squad, as well as Brahim Diaz, not going to have a stint of it. And David Alaba, despite having the injury for so long, he is not been able to cope up with the squad, and his way of playing in the elite championship won't be seen much often from these days. About the score predictions for this, we will definitely get a look to it soon. But yes, Manchester City are likely to get the biggest rivals in the quest for the European glory in the year 2024-25. With Pep Guardiola's side definitely will get to win their first title in 2023 against Inter Milan. But yes, Premier League side Arsenal are highly fancied also, but despite they are not having a shadow of the Champions League in their back so far. But yes, not at all about this in the future, which has given so much consideration. But some sort of predictions are there for those of Milan, where they have in the Champions League lost two of their games, and in the meeting against Club Brugge, Paulo Fonseca must be having a good stint where Rafael Leo, Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, as well as Morata, the new signing, will have a stint to it. But yes, the injuries of Benancer, Calabria, and Abraham will definitely give them a bit of setback, as well as their Florenzi is also injured. So yes, this game against Club Brugge, this will be their away. So some sort of tactics which Fonseca has confirmed that Rafael Leo and Theo Hernandez will certainly bring some to the starting lineup for AC Milan, and they will definitely get a victory of 2 goals at least against Club Brugge, which is much expected. But yes, talking about Arsenal, the injuries of many players of that of Tierney, Timber, Bukayo Saka, and Martin Odegaard, they will have the likes of Trossard, Havertz, and Raheem Sterling, the new signing in the pairing of the centre forward Gabriel Jesus. And against Shakhtar Donetsk, Arsenal will definitely get a 1-0 victory. But yes, the pairing of Saliba and Gabriel Jesus in their centre back with the elite goalkeeper of Samuel Raya being present, Arsenal don't need to have much worries. But yes, some sort of mishaps or some sort of loss can happen in the Champions League because the opponents are quite unknown in this case. But the most exciting match will that be of Juventus facing Stuttgart. That is the Allianz Stadium of Juventus. And yes, Juventus against Thiago Motta are doing too good, and they have won two of their Champions League matches as well as in the Serie A. They are at the number three positions despite the performance of Vlahovic, Yildiz, Mbunga, and Cambia. So they will definitely get past Stuttgart. But yes, Stuttgart had a very good game against Real Madrid, and in the Bundesliga the previous season, they were also having a good stint where Demirovic as well as Dennis Undorf will definitely get some goals out of it. Talking about the injuries, where Gregorio Bremer, Milik, and Gonzalez from Juventus are injured. But yes, Juventus has also this announced the signing of Arda Güler from the January transfer windows, and definitely that Real Madrid starlet kid will add some kind of hope for Thiago Motta and his performance and the tactics building. And he is just saying that consistency is the key for Champions League, where you have to perform and you have to get those applauds. And talking about the best game of this night is that of Real Madrid facing Borussia Dortmund. And here Nuri Sahin takes this side to face the former club Real Madrid in Tuesday's Champions League match, where the likes of Brand Gittens and Malen will be seen in the starting lineup of Borussia Dortmund, because Borussia Dortmund is having many injuries, where Maximilian Bayer, Jan Koto, Raina, Duranvili, and Ediemi are injured. So the two wing forwards and the likes of Gittens, the English kid in the squad this season, who was a super sub and he has done some kind of stint performances this season as well, will be seen at the left wings. But yes, Ben Sibiani, who had a good game the previous match, will be seen on the left backs, whereas the pairing of Anton and Schotterbeck at the center backs with Gregor Kobel and the goalkeeping positions. But as talking about Real Madrid against Borussia Dortmund, Carlo Ancelotti was seen in under some kind of pressure. But believe me, guys, Ancelotti is that stint of a manager who does this every season. And yes, this is some kind of tactics which Ancelotti is playing with the Los Blancos fans as well as the different clubs who are witnessing that Madrid it not looking that great, because the new formation where he had the 3-2-4-1 in the game play and the build up for the Los Blancos in the previous game in the Serie A, they were looking a bit uncomfortable. But this is the confidence and this is the character builder which Ancelotti wants in the team from every player, and this definitely adds the boost and their performance as they go further down the season in the La Liga as well as in the Champions League. So much of expectations are there, and as well as he has the confidence that Kylian Mbappe, who had an international break, is definitely was under the training and is definitely going to get more goals. And he has demanded that yes, these stats and figures of Kylian Mbappe is definitely going to improve because he had those perfect training sessions. But yes, Nuri Sahin, the manager for Dortmund, will definitely get to look out of some mentality, and only that is not enough to get them the victory at Los Blancos. So he knows that about it, and he to survive in this game in that stadium, he has a say that we need to give everything and we need a lot of quality as well as a lot of self-confidence, as well as we have to get those luck. So in the end, the Real Madrid predictions winning over Borussia Dortmund is that of 2-1. Talking about our next match is that of Monaco facing Red Star Belgrade. Monaco is having a good performance in this Champions League. They have won their matches against Barcelona and a draw against Shakhtar Donetsk. Against Red Star Belgrade, it will be a 1-0 prediction from my side for Monaco. And Aston Villa, Aston Villa is having their elite goalkeeper Martinez, who is also traveling with the squad, but this is just in their home ground of Villa Park. So two of the games, one of Arsenal, they will be hosting at Wembley, and Aston Villa, who will be hosting at the Villa Park. So a victory is much for these two clubs which can be seen. But yes, some kind of mishaps can happen at Girona facing Slova Bratislava because Girona is not looking in that form. But talking about Paris Saint-Germain and PSV Eindhoven, PSG under Unai Emery is definitely lagging too good for some kind of reason, and they have facing a tough task of returning to winning ways in the Champions League. And this beliefs is that of Luis Enrique. So Luis Enrique must be having the formation of Barcola, Asensio, and Dembele in the forwards. But yes, from PSV Eindhoven, Bakayoko, De Jong, and Lang will not be that easy to tackle with, whereas their goalkeeper of Benitez is also doing some good job in this league as well. Yes, Sporting CP against Sturmgrass, that will be a good combination where Sporting CP under Ruben Amorim, the manager who was also in talk for the Manchester United replacement of Eric Ten Hag, will have the forwards of Trincao, Gyökeres, and Cuenda. And talking about the form of Victor Gyökeres, this man is creating those mishaps in the Portugal league, and he is the man who will be much favored. But yes, Stamgrass will be giving those kind of gameplay at their home of Black Arena, but to stop Victor Gyökeres, Quenda, and Trincao will be a tough job for Christian Ilzer from Sturmgrass. So that is all about the Champions League matches. We will be having a watch along of these matches tonight also. Do join us. And what is your say about the matches and their predictions? Do stay tuned. And yes, before ending this video, do give us a like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye, guys, and keep cooling.